What's going on YouTube? Achilles here, and today we're going to be playing a mono black mid-range deck. This deck is focused on playing a lot of creatures with a lot of value on it, and if it's not a creature with a lot of value on it, we're playing a card that could destroy something. So you get the best of both worlds, a lot of value and removal. So let's get right into this list. We got 4 Cut Down, 4 Disfigure, 2 Betrayal, 4 Deep-Cavern Bat, 3 Go for the Throat, 1 Lord Skitter Sewer King, 3 Preacher of the Schism, 3 Gix, 1 Kaervek, 1 Liliana, 3 Sheoldred, 1 Aclazotz, 1 Phyrexian Fleshgorger, 4 copies of Virtue of Persistence, and for the lands we got 13 Swamps, 4 Demolition Field, 4 Fountainport, and 4 copies of Mirrex. Let's get into these games. If you have not yet, please subscribe, like the video. Anything would help me out. I make new videos every day. So let's get into this first game. We get to go first. We have 2 lands, which isn't the best, but we're going to keep it. If we could get to 3 lands, the Preacher of the Schism is going to have a lot of value. If it sticks, of course. That's unfortunate. I want to keep this. This would be really good in this matchup if I could get it off. Bandit's Talent coming right in. Another one. Okay, so yeah, we get rid of the Cut Down. Alright, we get rid of the Go for the Throat. So we go for Preacher number 1. So we're just going to attempt to get a lot of value on our opponent, even with all this going on. Alright, so they are going to probably take the Preacher, if I had to guess. Yep. Well, that's a good draw. So we attack. Then we go for another Preacher. So our opponent is stuck on 2 lands, it looks like. I feel like that's the curse of mono black. Just always never having enough lands. So this is where we're going to outvalue our opponent. And we get it. Gix coming in to save the day. And we get that first game. And now we are off to the next one. At first, when I made this build, I had Evolved Sleeper in here instead of the Deep-Cavern Bat, I think it is. And yeah, so the whole idea is I think of Evolved Sleeper as this card that has so much value on it. But I always keep forgetting that you have to commit your mana to it, and if it just gets removed, then you committed your mana to it, so it's kind of like a double-edged sword. But I put the Deep-Cavern Bat in just because, I don't know, it's like a Thoughtseize with legs and has lifelink. Plus it could curve into Gix, giving you an extra card, so there's a lot of methods to my madness, I guess, so. Do I disfigure this? Why would I disfigure it? Maybe I'll do it next turn if that's all he does, because I think they might be setting up for, I was going to say they're keeping all their cards for Viper play, but that might not be the case. Viper's so good. Interesting, so just gonna get rid of it at this point. I mean, honestly, I feel like they would have got rid of Liliana either way. because Liliana, like, I feel like anyone would have, so. I'm gonna go right for Skitter. The really cool thing with this one is, with that little rat, it just gives you a lot more value for Gix to draw cards, but her opponent says no, you're not allowed to do any of that. No way. There it is. That investigator is very hostile. Now, let's see what they got going in their hand. It's a lot of good cards. Here this on. I will definitely keep that. Okay, so now we got the Virtue in my exile. But they do play Get Lost, so I could possibly get it removed if I cast it for summon, so. So I think our opponent just trades with us. They don't want me to draw a card. And that is correct. Go for Zorn. And we're gonna put ourselves to 7. Oh, I'll probably try another one. I gotta do this. I don't want them to have no value on the field whatsoever. Should I let him get this? No, I'll let him do that. I should have Mirrex first. It's fine, but I drew the land anyway. How funny is that? So now we just have to get past these first rough turns with until I get my Virtue of Persistence really kicking for me. They have a lot of nice cards I want to take. Okay. So I'm gonna go down to 8, it looks like, after all this. I get to scry. Three, 5, 7. So I don't have enough to do what I want. This will give me another creature on the board. Yeah, you know what? You can get that.
Enough with the mysteries. I've come for answers. Ah, one of your friends has to leave.
Now, another one. So, if we could somehow not lose right now, there's going to be a very good chance that we're going to win. I mean, I'm trying to think if I could get life back in any way. I mean, when Zorline attacks, sure, I could go to... What's that going to do for us? So that's going to make us lose 2 life. So they have 5 damage on us right now. Our opponent could sacrifice that, but then we would have to sacrifice our Virtue of Persistence, which isn't a big deal. So technically, we're still alive. How will you do this, opponent? Very interesting. Alright, so this is going to be actually ridiculous. So I'm going to get this, and I'm going to get this. Sure, I take a little damage. We're going to make our opponent discard. Now we bounce the Virtue. Would you look at that, another Virtue. Get some value. So now I'm gonna go up in life even more. 4, 5. And now we're gonna make our opponent discard.
I'm tired of your secrets.
And that's it. Just gotta keep myself out of range of dying, and we should win this one. All thanks to our opponent's friendly cards. So they get a level 3. Okay. Sure. It's a good card. We're gonna go up a life. Take him down to 2. Might as well go for another Virtue. That's it. And that is game. Might as well get this draw off, because why not? Guess we'll take Braids. Take Gix. You can get rid of that. And this is where we just swing at. Virtue of Persistence in certain matchups like that is definitely one of those cards that could really just put you over the top. I mean, it's really good as being a -3/3 on a creature and getting the two life gain. Yeah, so you gain 2 life and it's just good, and then it just lingers as a 7-drop that even if you don't even play creatures in a certain deck, then it's still just be good as you take your opponent's creatures. That's a lot of Gixes. See, now this deck is going to be the real test to play against this red deck. If I could draw one more land, though, specifically a black one, then we are in shape. Could slow them down, but we really need that extra lands. Alright, so it's not really what I wanted, but what's good about Mirrex is I could, on the turn I play it, make it any mana I want, so I could go for the Liliana, the Veil, which might be the move, if that's the only creature they play. So I really just want to keep them off balance, and I think doing this over the Gix is more important, because I could combat, you know, block with Gix when they attack, but not only could they just play that and then it has Menace and then they get around Gix, but who knows what they have in their hands, so we're going to do it this way. And plus with this way, one of them will hit Liliana and me take a little less damage. At least that's what I assume they're going to do, unless they're feeling greedy and attacking me with both, but I think the Swift Spear will hit Liliana for 2. Yep. If I could draw Sheoldred, well, if I could draw another land to play Sheoldred, that'd be really cool.
When they hit back.
But we're gonna find out. Oh, it's not it. It's not what we need, guys. Let's see what we could do. So they draw, which isn't good for us. Will they use a spell now? Yes, they will. Another one. Okay, I gotta draw a land. Alright, so I play this and just pray. Sheoldred. It's all up to you now. So our opponent is going to swing out, and we're just going to have to do it like this. Okay. Oh no, but I take 3. Of course. This is how it goes. Mono red. Rip. To be fair though, that hand wasn't the best, but that's just how it goes sometimes. Well, anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Please like, subscribe, all that stuff, and I'll make some tweaks to this. I might switch around a couple cards and figure stuff out, but I think it did pretty alright. But if anything, maybe I'd play one more land. 25. I usually think 25 is the correct number for mono black, but maybe 26. 24 I never think is right because I always get stuck on 2, and then maybe you could get to 3, but who knows. Maybe I'll cut a Demolition Field down or 2 just to have more swamps, but like I said, all work in progress like everything. But anyway, take care and have a good day.